Hi, did you miss me? I was gone for 2 weeks. I took a little bit of a hiatus, but I returned to you now on the floor of my dirty office. My guitar is like that because my voice was vibrating it's just echoing off the acoustics of my guitar. So that's cool. Okay, before we get into today's video, let's address the past 2 weeks. I'm not going to assume anyone noticed, but I was gone the past 2 weeks. And honestly, it was just because I was kind of pit spiraling into the news cycle. If you are a conscious human being, you're aware at least a little bit that the news cycle in America was a little cuckoo bananas. And honestly, I kind of got caught up in it. And I think it's a human reaction. It's fine. I'm not judging myself for that. But I'm also not going to let it derail me from doing stuff that I am genuinely passionate and interested in. And one of those things is making YouTube videos and just creation in general. Like, I like art, I like writing, YouTube videos, content creation. Those are all kind of wrapped up in my creative side. And today I did a little exercise where I was like, okay, I picked an age. I picked 80 because I would want to live a little longer than the average lifespan of a human being because I'm an overachiever. So I picked 80 and I was like, okay, how many days until from right now, today, till 80 do I have left? And it's 19,508 days. A shockingly low number, and it just made me recalibrate a little bit. I'm not trying to give everyone else an existential crisis. It's just, to me, it was motivating because it was like, there's pause, put a pin on that. Also, there's a quote that I've read that's been profound to me that I read a while ago that was essentially saying, no matter what I do, it will never be enough, but I'm going to do it anyway. And the sentiment behind that is that me as an individual person, I'm not going to change the world. Like, I'm not going to fix every single problem that I witness, that I see. I am just one person. Right now, I have a very small platform. Like, me freaking out about every little thing is not helping. It's not changing anything. And really, it's just gluing me on the spot and just keeping me in this bubble of fear. The reason why I've been kind of scared to address that or move from that is because I don't want to become an ignorant person for my own comfort. Because I am in a position where I could be very ignorant and I wouldn't get punished for it and it wouldn't affect me directly for now, because I am in a privileged position. I have a house, I have a wonderful, loving family, I'm a white person, we're not in extreme poverty. I come from a privileged position, and I could easily look away from people that are not in that position right now and are getting directly affected by the world's events right now. I could do that. I don't want to do that because I think when you're in a position that you are privileged, it's not necessarily your responsibility to carry the whole world on your back, but it is your responsibility to participate in it and care about everyone that lives in it. And I do, and I don't want that part of me to change. However, pin in that. I'm not getting anything done by just sitting, scrolling, panicking that everything's a dumpster fire right now. And you can agree to disagree, that's fine. But, I mean, it's a little bit of a dumpster fire. And so I deleted some of the scrolling. Like, I deleted TikTok because while it's very informational and I gained a really great community on there and I made some friends and I had a lot of fun, right now it's just a doom spiral because it's like, here's this information, here's this information, here's this information on rapid fire, and then here's someone's opinion about it, and I don't even have time to form my own opinions in between everyone else's thoughts. And also, while people provide a lot of good information, very few people are providing actionable steps to do anything about that information. So at the end of the day, you're just kind of sitting there like, people are awful. And that's not productive. That's not helping me. That's not helping literally anyone else. It's making me a super self-aware loser. Like, I'm not accomplishing anything, but I'm aware of people's problems, but I'm not helping to solve anybody's problems, right? So I deleted TikTok. I'm keeping Instagram for the sake of staying connected, but I'm going to put a time limit on it because, again, scrolling on there, I'm not finding very many solutions, just problems. And so I'm putting myself on kind of an information diet. So I am going to consume information about topics I'm passionate about through more long-form content, like on YouTube or podcasts or books, or, just content that I can process, that has more context, that has more deep dives, more thoughts, and it's consuming one problem at a time. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to expand my education, and then I'm going to try to take actual actionable steps in my community. But that leads me to right now. So one actionable step that I'm taking is that I have built a website. It is still under construction. So if you go subscribe to it or go look at it and you're this is kind of a dumpster fire. It is a little bit, but we're making it first and then we're going to make it perfect later. But something I'm very proud of that is complete right now, it's like a usable situation right now, is that I have a community building resource page. Everything is free. It's free information. There's access to over like 100 links that takes you to you know what, I'll just take you through it. I'll take you through it. Here's my soft launch of my website. When I get it all done, I'll do another tour of it. But right now, I want you to have access to actionable steps to be a part of your community and make a difference in the world, and we can do that together. So that's what the purpose is. So stay with me. Okay, so hopefully, if I do this right, you can see my website. It's unmaskingauthenticity.co. This is the front page. I do a little bit about, do you want to connect with yourself? Do you want to heal with your community? Blah, 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 blah. This will eventually be linked to things. It's not yet. I told you this is a work in progress. I started a blog. My first blog is up. You can check it out. But this is the section that I really want to focus on today, is how to build your community. Building community is essential to a happy life. We are not meant to do life alone. Strong community creates a sense of belonging, support, and safe spaces. They allow us to share resources, ideas, and learn from one another, and to grow together. When we connect, collaborate, and actively participate in our community, we create spaces where everyone can thrive. And if you don't know where to start, don't worry. There's really no right answer other than to just start. But we know that can feel overwhelming, so here's some ways you can get started. Okay, this is supposed to be a link. I'll probably go fix that today at some point, but it currently doesn't work. So if you go to my website, I link it down below. You can just type in community like this. Hello. My internet never works back here. I'm in the back office. Hold on. Awesome. Let's do that again. Okay, this will pop up. Community building resources. You click that. This page, fingers crossed, will be helpful to at least a few, okay? So this is going to be a ton of resources. I do have a note that I kind of already covered, but I just want to readdress, is a reminder that you are one person. You can't and shouldn't be able to do everything. This is a big list of resources and ideas. Just pick a few that you are passionate about and get started. If everyone did just a little, we could get a lot done. I read something once that said, nothing I will ever do will ever be enough, but I am going to do it anyway. And I think the statement did a good job at relieving the responsibility that you're going to single-handedly change everything. But it encouraged you, I can't read. It's okay. I need my glasses. I need my glasses on. This is fine. But it encourages you to have hope and do your part anyways. I want to do my part by kickstarting you into action, but your journey is going to look different than mine and your neighbors. Just remember, we're all on this floating rock together. Let's act like it. And then we can get into the fun resources. So first block is Building Community 101. This is just like basics of how to set up a community online, in person. And it has a lot of great, some of the toolboxes in this category have really great resources within the resources. So you can explore that. If you're just like, don't even know where to start with building a community, these are great resources to use. Volunteer opportunities. This takes time, no money, right? So you can volunteer for all these organizations. Also, it can help you find food banks and your local homeless shelters if you want to help volunteer in your community that way. These are resources to find local volunteer opportunities. There's hands-on options. I use some examples of like a community garden. Like if you want to grow a garden even in your yard and just start feeding your neighborhood, that's awesome. Feeding each other is a great community builder. I found a cool website that is a free event planning templates. And basically, it's like anything you can possibly imagine that you would need to think of, do in order to have a good event. And a lot of times if we're trying to get word out or build communities, holding events is essential to that. So I thought that could be useful. And then there's just some ideas. And like, if you're just kind of like, I don't know what to do. There's really easy ones that like even me, right, as like a really busy mom could just go participate and do. Simple little things. Most of them are very, very easy. Some of them are a little bit more time consuming. But that's the resources you can find here. Activism. I know that people locally to me follow me on YouTube. You might not be interested in activism, but if you're like me, you might be interested in human rights and the environment and just, you know, social justice. Okay, these are options. And also, like, I only tagged things that are nonviolent, helpful organizations that already exist, just good natured ways to be an activist in your community. Just to be clear, I'm not like, let's not start shit. Okay, skill building. I think skill building is really important to just life in general, but it also is a great way to make community, whether you're sharing skills, learning skills, using those skills to help your community. I just linked a lot of cool things that you could do in that category. Just for some, or just for fun, like just for funsy skills. Some are like, these are skills of how to like talk to people, build community, that sort of thing. This, I really like this particular set of resources, Expanding Education. These are mostly book lists of like, if you are interested in social justice or trying to talk to your kids about like just the different types of people in the world and expand your education on a plethora of subjects. These are really cool book lists that I personally like, and also I'm personally working on. So that's cool. And then I also have a link to some social justice podcasts. If you're not super into reading, you can listen and learn. So that's cool. Also, I have a section for just have some fun. Like, get some hobbies, make a bucket list, live your life. Like, that's also important. Okay, if you're a little negative Nancy or always knee deep in like psycho-human behavior, you're gonna go crazy. So this is a way to ground you. This is also a way to connect and build community. Your community events do not have to be super spectacular and meaningful in the sense of like they're making grand change in the world. You can hold a craft night, and that is building community, and that is beautiful. These are some ideas. There's also some fun ideas, activities to do with your kids, because I know some of us are stuck at home with our children, and it gets boring sometimes. So I added that. And then my absolute favorite little section is be a world builder, because quite frankly, the world that we were told that we were going to have doesn't exist anymore, and that is, there's grief that comes with that. There's also opportunity. This is a time and a place to build a world that we want, and it starts with us. And these are some resources of how to create, like, be a creative problem solver, how to build communities, how to solve issues that you care about, how to be revolutionary, how to raise your kids, because raising your kids is world building, because they are going to lead the future, right? So that's my favorite category. Sorry, I'm rambling. Okay, cool. Then lastly, if you don't necessarily have a lot of time or energy to do this, you can also just pay it forward if you have the resources. So this personally links to my Pay It Forward program, which is 10% of anything I ever make off of social media or anything I do, honestly, within writing, social media, donations. 10% of that goes towards these organizations, so I share them because it's stuff I'm personally supporting. I can show you really quick. But yeah, this just explains that 10% of it, all that, it goes towards Earth justice. Basically, they go to court to fight for the Earth. That's cool. Futures Without Violence, basically getting people out of domestic violence situations. Room to Read, it provides helpful resources to help people be more literate and be able to read, and provides resources to kids. Hold on. I thought I had a couple more on here. Apparently I do not. I'll have to fix that. But that's what we're doing. And then also, if you feel so inclined, you can donate to me, so that way I have the resources to do my little community stuff. I can show you that too. This is my GoFundMe. You don't have to. Please don't feel pressured to donate to me. But I do have a GoFundMe because I'm just kickstarting my stuff, so I have to pay everything out of pocket. So who I am, what I'm doing, and also 10% of anything that gets gifted to me. Like, if you ever are using the resources that I provide for free, and you're like, wow, this is awesome, this is worth $20, and you send me $20, because my website is going to be a donation-based program, so I'm going to be providing free resources. If you feel the need to, if you're like, wow, this is super helpful, I want to pay for that, you can. If not, that's the point. It's supposed to be a free resource. Anyway, 10% of everything I get out of donations is also going to go towards the organizations that I support. So yeah, that's it. That's the kind of the soft launch of my program. It, like, really, like, look at this. I really don't have much going on my website. That's it right now. I only have one blog. But yeah, this is my super soft launch of my website. Go check it out, specifically for the community page. Everything else, that's up to you. But I do recommend that we start working on building community. Lean on each other. We're all in this together. If you made it this far, thank you so much. It's a super long-winded video because I didn't really have a plan or script for it. I just kind of went for it because I need to get back on track with my YouTube videos, and I just had to just rip the Band-Aid off and do it, to be honest. And I also really wanted to share my website page. I really appreciate you sticking it out this long, though. It's a long one. It's a long one of me just blah, 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 blah. So if you would like to see future content from me, make sure you subscribe and make sure you like this video because it really helps me out. I do have a goal of trying to make 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year because that means I can get monetized and I can actually make money doing what I'm passionate about. So that would be super cool. But for now, I'll see you around.